Hi guys, Ty Streetman here. I wanted to show you my latest aquascape, where I have turned an old, watermark tank into a lush green home for some beautiful fishes. Firstly, let's see how this display started.
Hey guys, Ty Streetman here, and I have a challenge today, which is how to get an old tank that's kind of scratched, got some pretty serious watermarks on it, how to turn that into something beautiful and special where we don't really notice what's going on here. And it's going to be quite a challenge, but I've got an idea. I was really lucky in that my friend Ian donated me this tank. He was renovating his house. He's had it for many, many years, and he needed it out the way. So he said, if you want it, you can have it. And of course, I jumped at the chance. It's been run as a paludarium for 8 years. So paludarium is where you have only a bit of water in and loads of plants coming out the top, which is how Ian had it. And in our area, we live in an area with very hard water, loads of calcium. And the calcium deposits have got into the glass and etched into it. So yesterday I tried 7 different products and 10 different techniques to try and get it clean, and it made no difference. So there's not much I can do. So I put a black background on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to fill it, I'm going to plant it, and let's see what it looks like. Not everyone has access to brand new pristine tanks anyway. I know that when I was starting in the hobby, a lot of my tanks were in worse condition than this. Doesn't matter. The idea is this is going to be a home for fish that they're going to love. And I've got some fish from my old jungle display, which I want to upgrade into a bigger tank. They needed a bigger tank. And I've got loads of plants that have been filling up other tanks, just got too big. So I thought, you know what, I'll put everything in here, create something really lush and kind of vibrant. And hopefully we won't notice so much the damage on the glass. I'm using an old T5 light unit. This has got T8 bulbs in, only 3 of the 4 of which work, but that's okay. We don't need to go too crazy with our lighting with the plants I'm going to use. And I just thought, yeah, if you've got an old tank and it's a bit battered, a bit damaged, you've got some old kit, you know, even an old T8 light unit, which originally came from the aquarium garden store, they were using it on their plant holding tank, you can still create something beautiful. So that's the challenge I've set for myself, and I hope that the result works out. So let's see if we can turn an old, slightly damaged, battered tank that's seen better days into something like this.
I tried to clean the watermarks with about 9 different methods and nothing worked, so in the end I left them and hoped it would look okay once planted. I added the Tropica plant soil using the powder form at the front of the tank. Originally I added 2 pieces of driftwood covered in mosses and epiphytic plants. However, I removed the larger piece later as it was too dominant and I wanted more swimming space for my fishes. I still managed to include the various Java ferns, Bucephalandra and mosses that I intended to use originally. I wished to create a jungle effect at lower levels with a blend of leaf forms and textures which would produce a verdant forest. I planted the foreground with a mixture of cryptocorynes and carpeting plants such as Sagittaria and Hylanthum tenellum. Then I filled out the back with taller species, including Cryptocoryne balansae, Aponogeton longiplumulosus, and various others. As I said, I removed the central arch driftwood as it took up too much space and, to my mind, appeared too contrived. Although I was using a mature filter, the tank was running for almost a month before I added any fishes. I really love how an aquascape can look a bit bedraggled and frankly rubbish at the beginning and then grows into something beautiful. This is a process which requires care and patience. As every aquascaper knows, there's always a loose leaf, a bit of detritus, something to sort out. 2 months after creating this display, It's beginning to develop into how I first imagined it in my mind's eye. I have to say, I'm pleased with how this aquascape has turned out. I was amazed at how the watermarks almost disappeared once the tank had been planted. It goes to show what you can achieve even with an old aquarium. My friend George Farmer came over the other day and told me how much he liked this display and this was the best aquascape I've ever created. I think I may agree with him. Like so many of the displays I put together, this was really a team effort. The tank and cabinet came from my friend Ian Sutherland, who kindly let me have it as he was renovating his home and needed the space. The light is from the old plant holding tank at the wonderful store Aquarium Gardens. When they upgraded their light, owner Dave Pierce let me take this one. Even though only 3 out of the 4 T5 bulbs work, the plants are very happy. In fact, this tank has given me no algae issues. The plants are thriving and the fish colors are beautiful. I know T5 bulbs are not cost effective compared to LEDs, and they're not even readily available anymore, at least in the UK, but I feel almost nothing beats them for growing plants. Aquarium Gardens further contributed by providing Tropica aquarium plant soil for this display, and it's where I got the lighting mount for the tank too. The filter is a Wazi Biomaster Thermo 850, provided by Wazi for my Aquatic Habitats book, which is out early next year. I'm using a large Bazooka Flux CO2 diffuser, which is also from Aquarium Gardens. I'm using an ADA black background foil from Aquarium Gardens, and I've got to say, it's fantastic. The matte black finish doesn't shine like other foils, and though it costs almost £40, a regular shiny one in this size costs about £20, so I'd say that, although double the price, it's certainly worth it. The plants stand out beautifully against the black backdrop, and it really brings out the fish colours too. I've used a large selection of plants in this display, and I will provide as complete a list as possible in the video description. My idea was to create a setup which could really function as a habitat for the fish, with dense planting providing cover at all levels and, importantly, a sense of movement. This was achieved by using long tapering species such as Cryptocoryne, balansae, and Aponogeton longiplumulosus, whose elongated, slender leaves wave in the current, creating a sense of flow and preventing the static feel produced by some aquascapes. I embraced the theory of nature's organized chaos, filling this display with plants and seeing which ones thrive. If it looks messy, great, that's how natural habitats often appear. I have explored many freshwater planted habitats, and only a very few have ever looked even remotely like an aquascape. Instead, plants battle for light and space. They often crowd each other out or overshadow one another as they reach for the sunlight. In these tangled war zones is where small fishes find refuge and forage for food. I wanted to provide such a scene for the fishes in this display, building a habitat with areas of shadow, cover for a sense of security, while also producing open areas where they can swim and shoal together. The fish choice for this display was the result of a number of considerations. I wanted small, active fishes. I keep many different tetra species, and I was tempted to add something like green neon tetras, Parachaerodon simulans. However, this has been done many times, and I wish to try something a little more original. While writing my Aquatic Habitats book, I became fascinated with the many species of Danio found in the mountains, valleys, and plains of Myanmar in Asia. All Danios are hardy, active, and beautiful. They also preferred hard alkaline conditions, matching my local tap water. They can mostly be kept at cooler temperatures, meaning my display here is only heated to 18 degrees centigrade. My local aquarium store, Maidenhead Aquatic Scottsdales, is run by the capable and friendly Max, who has been very supportive of my work. loaning fishes and always taking the time to talk with me and help me out. He had a lovely group of Glowlight Danios, Danio chopre, and another species which I've always admired but not kept, the Kyathit Danio, Danio Kyathit. Both these species are hardy, active, and in different ways colourful. The Glowlights are brimming with orange, yellows, and hints of red, and the Kyathit Danios have more subtle metallic blues and hints of soft yellow, with golden to silver lines along the body. The fish were very shy for the first week or so after I added them to the display, but as you can see they are now very confident and happily zoom about even when I'm doing maintenance on the tank. They are in fact so active that this can lead to jumping with tragic results. Therefore I have fitted this tank with cover glasses which I have removed while filming. I think I'll let you enjoy a bit of the tank without my commentary. I hope you've enjoyed this display and this video, and that it may inspire you to create something similar or have a go at keeping these lovely fishes. I also want to say a heartfelt thank you to all my supporters here on YouTube. I'm amazed I've reached 17,000 subscribers. And I vow to bring you more quality content and to continue to earn your faith and attention. So thank you to each and every one of you, and take care.